Welcome to another installment, a special webisode of RealiTV. I am your hardworking disabled American host. Again, I don't give my name here in these programs. If you know what it is, that's fine. But the reason I label myself that is because I'm not just trying to share my story. Hopefully, I'm trying to share the story of many hardworking Americans that have gone through similar instances, that have had their lives decimated by scumbag insurance company and inept government that can't provide health insurance and benefits to those that need it. Instead, here in Massachusetts, we have terrorists that obtain benefits rather easily. As was revealed shortly after the bombing in April, we have dead people that receive benefits, as was revealed over the summer here in some of the Boston media and newspapers. Irresponsible women that continue to have several children with several different fathers, they seem to have benefits rather easily. Who else do we have on the list? I know I'm forgetting someone. Oh, the illegal aliens. So I've thought about leaving the country without my identification and try and come back in on a yellow raft and then hopefully be able to obtain benefits of some kind or be treated like a human being. Because of my disability, needing a spinal fusion and having CRPS in the foot, which is why I have the beautiful foot with me right now, I can't work. I have no income. I have no health insurance, and I can't get the medication I need. I can't see the doctor I need to see. It's a miserable life, and if it seems like I'm repeating a little bit, this has become, we're going bombs away today, because I'm technically bullshit right now. I'm going through another CRPS attack in my foot. I'm trying to fend it off by some tips I've learned online. If you saw my beautiful grand entrance to the studio, I wanted to make it as realistic as possible for you to see what I have to go through just to try and get around. You know, I have a iced water bottle in my foot trying to keep the throbbing and the pain down. It's a horrible, miserable existence, and nobody cares. You know, I had the appeal with the state just trying to get mass health last week. And what was the hearing over? It was over a sheet of paper that they never sent me, that they let them know in May I didn't receive. But they had to have a hearing over it that lasted 3 minutes for them to mail me the sheet of paper that I need to mail back to them. Why are they wasting my time when they know I am disabled with the amount of medical information that I've provided to them from, I don't know, 7 or 8 different doctors I've seen over the past 5 years, 2 different hospitals, emergency rooms, when I was admitted into Mass General Hospital last year, but yet I continue to live in pain. You know, it gets you into angry places. It gets you into dark places. There are times I'd like to take a gun, put it to my head, and pull the trigger, and just take the notes and everything I've accumulated and just staple it to my chest. You know why? That would be put in the news. The news whores out there that refuse to report on some of these cases because, just like with the politicians when they send out their headhunters to take them out for dinner and give them little gifts, to make sure that no laws are passed, to make sure that the insurance company always come out on top. It's the same thing with the media. All the insurance companies, all the politicians, they pay for ads during the news. So do you really think the news are going to really run too many negative stories about these people? No, which is why there are so many people out there right now in my situation. You know what? As I've stated before, someone needs to speak up about it, and I have way too much time on my hands. Again, because I can't work, I have no income, I have no insurance, I can't see my doctor, and I can't get the medication I need. As I continue to fall apart, needing a spinal fusion and having this CRPS. CRPS, very interesting study came out. As you can tell by that deformed-looking foot, which travels through my body, usually the left foot, sometimes even the right now, it's the 3rd most painful ailment to have beyond giving childbirth and having an amputation. So I could be sitting here right now fresh off of a chemotherapy treatment, and I'd be feeling a hell of a lot better than I am right now. Is that a reason to be angry? Is that a reason to throw out a 4-letter word every once in a while? Here's a 4-letter word for you. Help! I'm not looking for a VIP pass like some whore that spreads her leg, looking to keep pumping out kids to get more and more EBT cards, WIC, food stamps, insurance, what's it called? Welfare. All I want to do is get healthy so I can return to the working world, be a productive human being again, and contribute to those people that mooch off of the system so, you know, they can continue to do all right. That's not to say that everybody in that predicament is a mooch, so to speak, but a lot of them are. I'm not. I need help. I want help, had enough. So to the news stations that are going to get this, why are you ignoring a story like this? This is a hardworking, disabled individual from the Boston area that has been pissed on as a human being. 19 months I've tried to get some kind of benefits. 19 months. And you tell me I'm not supposed to get mad. 19 months. News stations, newspapers, write something about it. Run a story about it. I'm easy to find. I have Twitters, I have email addresses, I have Facebooks, all around me with all the graphics they put up. I want to show me walking out of here. I want to show people that the only way I can come down is if I have a stupid ice pack in the studio's, not an ice pack, a frozen bottle of Poland Springs water in the freezer here at the studio. I have no reason to be pissed off. I woke up this morning after about 4 hours sleep with my foot throbbing. My first step, I screamed out loud because I'm filled with nothing but pain. It's time for the bullshit to end and for the people that are responsible for human beings in this society to stand up, grow some balls, no matter what their gender are, and make something happen. Because I'm tired of it, and it is, again, I don't care if I have to march with a sign, even if I have to do it in a chair. Even to come into this studio, before you saw me walking on my cane, which is embarrassing enough, I had to wheel down the ramp in a wheeling office chair, because I don't have a wheelchair. I have a cane, I have crutches, I have a granny walker, I don't have a wheelchair yet. Maybe I'd have one, I don't have any insurance. And then, I think about the pain I'm in right now. I belong in the hospital. What would I do? I went to Mass General last year, and they admitted me. I also went to Melrose Wakefield Hospital, which is the biggest joke on the face of the planet. Useless sacks of shit. I don't know how many times I've been to their state-of-the-art emergency room, and they've sent me home with virtually nothing. Oh, here's a couple of pills to take. What's that going to last me, a day or two? Fuck Melrose Wakefield Hospital. I'd like to go back there right now, go into the emergency room, and tell them about all my prior experiences with them, and then tell them why they suck, and then say, you know what? We're doing a special on RealiTV about this. I don't want you to just tell me. I want you to tell all the people that watch, not only from Massachusetts, America, all the friends we have from all over the world on social media. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to grow a pair of balls and try and do the right thing? Try and be humane in what's supposed to be not a third world country when it comes to situations like this? I've had enough. I mentioned earlier putting a gun to my head. One of the few reasons why I have not is because today, as I tape this, it is the little one's 8th birthday. So happy birthday to you. Hopefully you never have to see your dear buddy, the man that's supposed to set a positive adult example in your life, hollering and screaming like a raving lunatic, because I don't think you've ever heard me scream. See, I'm usually a very patient person, but it really doesn't come out in these videos. So happy birthday to my little friend. Maybe someday when this situation is done, he can see exactly what the hell I went through and why I was in pain a lot of the times. I want to try and insert some pictures over this. I don't know what I have on the memory card I brought with me. I want to insert some video of me just trying to get from point A to point B around this studio. I want people to see it. If you are not one of the scumbags I have mentioned, if you are a citizen, if you're a disabled person, if you're a person with no kind of ailment, doesn't matter, please share this information out there with your friends and family. Put a link up on Twitter or Facebook. The more people that know about what these scum are doing, whether it be an inept government, a corrupt government, an overworked government, I don't care what kind of a government it is, there needs to be some results, or I'm not going to stop. I will get what I am entitled to as a disabled American. I worked hard. I did everything the right way. I've tried to handle this the right way. And after 19 months, 19 months, I'm still at the point where I'm waiting to fill out a form from these elected officials and their representatives, so to speak. I'm angry. I'm in pain. I'd like to be home, but you know what? Today is a story that needs to be told. You have this beautiful foot. That is what I deal with when I have these explosions. Sometimes they last 4 or 5 days. Sometimes they last a few months. That's why it was so easy for my employer to get rid of me, It's easy to get rid of a vocal, hardworking, disabled American than to have one around. So until we speak again, like I said, stand up, stand proud. I can't, but I mentally will do it, or try and lift myself with the cane. I thank my good friend Nico behind the camera, the man that has to put up with so many of these rants and tirades and almost the violent educational lectures that I give into the camera. But nonetheless, he's very much appreciated. Give him a shout out on the Facebook or the Twitter. You know, it was a very interesting day even on our Facebook. I was proposed to by someone from Pakistan, and it was a man. So I never know what kind of feedback I'm going to get. Unfortunately, I'm not from Pakistan, and that is not my gender of interest, but I appreciate the extension of goodwill nonetheless. I wish my state could do the same thing, and my country could do the same thing for me. But until we speak again, folks, be well.